lawful good, so he doesn't do that.
All right, now we start the show. Hello, Internet. I'm Joe.
Jesus Christ, I'm Eric.
You're Jesus Christ, Eric? Wow! I have
Superstar.
Oh, by the way, my mic sucks because I'm using my headphones.
I have so many questions for Eric.
Ah,
Christ.
Jesus. And you're listening to Just Cool Enough, and what the fuck, Joe? Like, he started out with, like, no energy. He's like, hello, and then just started screaming, and then...
It's because I don't get
And then
energy until I say the intro.
You're like Goku. You're just, like, trying to go...
Actually, the whole time I'm just it gets so high pitched that you guys it's inaudible, but I'm still doing it under my breath.
Actually, of all of us, I would say you're definitely the Goku of the group because you're a big idiot. Because that's all. Because Goku.
Oh,
he's,
yeah.
He's not really a
This is
hero.
happening.
He's a
This is
big.
happening.
He's a big idiot who loves to eat and fight things. He doesn't really fight for good or you know to save people. He fights because he's stupid and he likes fighting.
You're actually that's spot on, man. Wow, that's like you're describing my life.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Okay, yeah. Hold on. All right, now I have my phone.
I'd say Ike would either be.
Bulma?
I'm not sure if I would call him Vegeta or Piccolo because he's like. I would say he was Piccolo because he's kind of aloof. He's part of the group, but you never know if he's going to turn on us at any moment. Like he shows up when it's time to show up, but you're never quite sure if he's where his true loyalties lie.
If he's here for real.
True.
That is true. You are like Piccolo. Now, what about Eric though?
Yeah.
Bulma.
What?
Eric's
No,
Bulma.
if anybody's gonna be the Bulma, you're gonna be the Bulma. Eric.
I don't know.
Eric can be the
I mean,
old
like-
man with the glasses. I forget his name.
Master Roshi?
Master
Yeah.
Roshi. I would say I'm probably the Master Roshi.
I don't know. That's giving
No.
yourself a lot of credit.
I mean,
Capsule
I'd
Town
say,
guy.
I would say we're all a little Master Roshi in the end.
I mean, like,
I would-
what about Krillin? Like, not size and stature wise.
No, yeah, because Krillin's a dependable dude. People like Krillin, but people undercut Krillin. People think like, oh, he's just Krillin. People
Right,
just,
right.
They don't fucking they pay him no mind because he's
And
Krillin.
then Destructo Disc, bam, sliced in half. I would rather be
in
one
the
of the...
end, I mean, people are like, oh, fucking Krillin, he's just a guy. He's there. He can't say it. He fucks a robot and gets her pregnant.
Yeah, that's actually fucking cool. What about who would be Trunks? Because like who shows up once in a while?
Wait, we talking future Trunks or current timeline Trunks? Because they're two different characters.
Oh yeah, I know. You're right. You're right. I'm saying current timeline Trunks. Future Trunks is too cool to be on this show. Anthony Birch is Future Trunks because we had him on the show once.
Yeah, 'cause he showed up once to set us on the right path, but we didn't really.
We didn't
follow
take that
him.
path.
I would say Scott. I would say Scott Hardy is current day Trunks because he's just a likable guy. He kind of shows up every now and again, and he's just like, "Hey guys, what's up?" and stuff.
Let me kick some ass real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick some ass. Anyways, bye. I'm gonna go into space and find the space Dragon Balls with a child-sized Goku, and you.
So wait, okay. Why did you start saying bye? Because you said that once to me, and it's just completely changed the way I get off the phone since you said that.
Because it's just funny to extend that, especially
Bye.
especially as it sort of punctuates whatever you're saying. Like it's like, listen, Joe, I've never really liked you as a friend, and I don't think I want to do this podcast anymore. Anyways, bye.
Ooh, do you know what hurts about that the most? There's truth to every joke, and that right there.
Comedy is tragedy plus time.
Yeah, there you go. So, like 5 years from now, when we're still doing the show, I'll be like, "Remember back on episode 284?"
Yes, I mean every word of it.
Bye. And then
Bye. Ike, do you have any quirk on the phone?
Quirk on the phone? No, I don't.
Your foreign quirks.
No, I don't do phone quirks. I try to use Siri to do all my texting. Because, I mean, who's got time to use their fingers when texting? With Siri's ability to decipher what it is that I'm attempting to say makes a whole lot more sense.
Oh my gosh. That's a terrible idea. I've used the voice for Android and Siri, and Android is worlds ahead of Siri.
like I understand the point of it. It's like, okay, so part of it's like, oh, hands-free. I can be totally hands-free in the car. But then when Siri's like, you're like, Siri, tell my girlfriend I love her. It's like, would you like to send "Go fuck yourself" to Amanda Cabral? Like, no, it's not.
Girl,
okay,
get some
send it.
rubbers. Oh man. It's in the-
I didn't want to send that. I didn't want to send it. Well, maybe the rubbers part. We're running low, and I don't.
And
really
maybe,
want to stop
and
this.
maybe that particular day, maybe I did really want to tell her to go fuck yourself, but you know, I'm not gonna come out.
It gives yourself an out if you say anything stupid though, and it does pick it up right. Oh, I was using Siri voice text, so not my fault.
I do that all the time with Joe. I was like, I'll just text him randomly in the middle of the night, and I'll be like, "Fuck your face. I hope you die." Ooh, miss, stupid autocorrect. I meant to say, "Hey, good luck on the show."
Good luck on the show without me. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. It's so good. It's so good. I don't know. So actually, I did something weird this week. I tweeted, right? And I tweeted.
Oh my God, that's weird.
Yeah.
Jesus
So
Christ.
I probably should pull this up. This is a terrible way to do it. So I tweeted this picture. Can you see this picture?
Sort of.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for the listeners,
I can see it when Eric's not talking. And probably when I'm not talking.
I could probably pull it up on the thing, right?
Yeah,
So
but
anyway-
why bother?
Yeah, I think
Just hold it up
that's.
to the camera again. I didn't see it.
Nobody actually cares. Bye.
So anyway, I tweeted this picture at a restaurant, and they were breaking some health code violations, and like a bunch of people picked it up, and so I got some people in trouble because I tweeted at a restaurant. It's not only just a restaurant; it's like one of the best places you
Is it
can
a
go.
restaurant?
It's a restaurant. So I was just wondering if you guys had any Twitter implications like that because like somebody got in trouble because of my thing.
I mean, I keep my Twitter account as impersonal as possible.
Well,
It's just
I was just saying,
platform
like-
for jokes, but I get what you're saying because this girl I know I follow on Twitter, she tweeted that she was driving Uber in an Uber, and her driver opened up his laptop, set it on the dash, and was watching Ellen while he was driving. So and then of course she tweeted at Uber, and they're like, "Oh my, send us his confirmation number. We'll fucking deal with this shit." So it is strange how it kind of Twitter and social media kind of gives people kind of a thing. But then there's also all that Blue Apron shit where they're like, well, I know you cancel your account, but we're sorry our garbage food wasn't good. Here's
Have
$5.
some extra garbage and $5.
Here's $5 off, more garbage.
Bye.
We're not canceling your account, but if you come back, you have $5. Bye.
Bye.
God damn it!
Sorry we didn't send you any basil. Here's some expired chicken that's been sitting in a warehouse for a month. Bye.
Yeah, so I didn't realize. It was funny because I'm like looking. I'm like, oh man, all these people are retweeting it, and then somebody with like 135,000 followers was like, what about this thing that's here by the garbage cans? I'm like, uh-oh, this just took a bad turn. People would be so mad around here if I got rid of. Anyway, so it was weird to see Twitter and real life kind of collide for me. It's never happened before.
What was the thing? Oh, what is the thing that people were freaking out about?
So
I'm looking at the picture now. I see there's like a pizza oven or some shit, and
okay, so I'll pull it up on the stream here for the listeners. But okay, if you're looking at the picture, if you look to the right of the pizza oven, you can see that the pizza peel is on the ground.
oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
fucking disgusting.
Yeah, so you don't put pizza peels on the ground, and then it's a wood fire oven pizza, and you just. By the way, I had to look up what a peel was. I thought somebody like auto-corrected wrong when they said that. They're like, "This pizza peel's gross." So
it kind of reminds me. I was watching Vice, and they were talking about like getting clean water in fucking India, and like the areas are so covered in like human feces that people like just leave, like they send water trucks with clean water, but people just leave the tubes they use on the ground, which is covered in human fecal matter, and then they put the tubes in the water, contaminating. So it's like so the clean water they send ends up contaminated almost immediately.
So
Here's contaminated water. Bye.
So, but like one of the people in this picture is the owner, and there's like a trash can over here and stuff. It's just not a good thing. So I felt
what you're really trying to do is use the small, tiny platform to further implicate them. Is what you're
no. I'm
hate
so,
small business.
No! And then you talk.
I am so confident that our show is so irrelevant that it doesn't matter. I'm that confident.
Just breaking small podcast breaks open wide health concerns.
Oh my gosh, that
over
would,
major
I would be
chain.
so sad. That place is
You
great.
walk up to the owner, you're like, oh man, that was probably the best pizza I've ever had. Anyways, I tweeted a photo of you and the health and the government's gonna come shut down your restaurant. Bye.
I know. Next time I go in there, they're like, get out. I'm like on a board in the back. I'm like, I just want my turkey Yerfa soup from the South African turkey. They're like, get the hell out of here, you fat fuck. You're on the board.
You want? It's like, oh, you want some pizza? You want some pizza? Here's the pizza right here. And then they shank you, and they're like, snitches get stitches.
They just nail you to a plank of wood with dough underneath you, and then cover you in cheese and shove you in
They
an
make
oven.
me the special ingredient for the week. This week's special is a little bit oily.
They're like, you want the pizza? And they drop it on the ground. You gotta eat it off the ground.
You piece of shit.
You're like, okay. I mean,
yeah. I'm like, well, it was only on the ground for like 5 seconds. This is the same place you kept your pizza spatula?
Yeah.
Oh man, so I felt bad about that, but it was weird because I had this fair that I was at today in the same city, and somebody asked me about that tweet. One of the local business owners was like, "Yeah, man, I saw you tweeted about that." I'm like, "Oh wow, all right, well, not gonna talk about that."
What, you want to come back and show me your kitchen? No.
No, it was actually a fitness place that I used to go to with my old trainers and stuff. They're like, "Oh man, we would."
But now that you're back to being fat again.
What are you talking about? I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now. Anyway, yeah. So that was cool. That happened. What went on in your guys' week? Anything good?
Well, my highlight of my week so far was yesterday. I did 25,000 steps on my Fitbit. Got that badge. Because I've been trying to keep up with our gym teacher. Keeping up with a gym teacher, like, on a Fitbit, not... And then, after work, he goes for, a 10-mile run. So yesterday I was like, oh, look. And by lunch, I'm like, I'm 100 feet ahead of you. And he's like, no, check again. I was like, I did. I just checked. He's like, no, I just updated. I'm like, no, you didn't. He's like 1,000 feet ahead of me. And I was like, fuck. So then I get home. I'm like, oh, with my girlfriend, we have dinner. I'm like, hey, go for a walk with me. She's like, no. And I finally convinced her to. And I'm like, 1,000 steps is all I need. So we went out for a walk. I caught up to him again. He updates. He's 7,000 steps ahead of me because he went to the fucking gym. So I'm like, you know what? It's like 8 o'clock and the sun's going down. I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm going to go out for a walk. I went out for an hour-and-a-half walk, and I caught up to him and passed him by 100 steps. And then I was like, on the Fitbit site, I was like, drops mic, walks away. I'm done.
And he's like, oh, shit, I haven't updated in 3 days.
Keeping up with a gym teacher. I had somebody in my network for Fitbit worked at a distribution center, and it was their job to walk around and watch people. There was no chance of me catching them ever. I was like, man, this sucks. I'll never be number one. I work at an office. I wasn't that committed, Ike. The only time I was ever committed was when I was like, I gotta be better than Ike.
Yeah, but you should come back. Just come play.
I don't have a device.
I know, that just means you have to get one.
My iPhone tracks my steps. Anyway, did we get any emails this week?
We did. But fine. Don't ask me about my week.
Oh, fine, Eric. I just figured you'd start spewing.
I didn't do anything important, like turn 30 or anything.
Oh my gosh! I don't even remember that happened. It's not like I acknowledged it on a social network and wasn't going to make a big deal about it.
I was so pissed because I woke up Friday morning and then to just like 3 or 4 people on my Facebook page, I realized I forgot to turn my my birthday off the Facebook page like I always do every year.
I know.
And then at that point, it was too late. Like it was already popping. So it just became this. Luckily, I think I shut it off in time, so it didn't go crazy. But yeah, still a bunch of people fucking leaving shit on my Facebook wall.
You're welcome. I was so surprised because usually you do turn it off, and I was like, oh, he must just not care now. He hit 30, and then he just stops caring altogether.
No, I thought I did. Like, I thought it was set, and then I was like, fuck, it must not be set. Nope.
Facebook privacy settings were just like, nope.
Yeah.
Would you like people to see your birthday? No. Did you really mean no? We know how you really feel. We see the things you click on. It enables it because you clicked on something one time.
Well, I'd like to welcome you to officially fucking old.
Yeah.
Now that you're 30.
I know.
I'm the young guy
Now
here.
shit starts to hurt when you walk around. You're like, wait a second, that's not right.
Nah, that shit's already been happening.
I don't think
it's just now that I'm 30, I'm realizing why everything's falling apart. It doesn't
because
start.
yeah.
It's been
I mean,
going on for like a few years now. I just starting to realize, like, oh, that's why I don't understand Snapchat. And no matter how many times my friend Ryan tried to explain it to me, that's why my just stomach. I always have gas now, just like always. That's.
Keep going. I want to know what happens.
I told you about the awkwardness of, like, with my kids at school, where I could be like, oh, yeah, I totally relate to the video games you play, because I play them too. And then I try to use any lingo that they use, and they're like, that's just fucking weird.
I've had The Witcher 3 for almost a month now, and I haven't beaten it because I don't have time. I'm at that point. I'm finally at the point where, like, I remember reading an article like a year or two ago about this guy who's like, I don't like these games that are 1,000 hours because I don't have time. I wish games were only 5-6 hours. And I'm like, fuck you, idiot. It's about value. Blah 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 blah. And now I'm like, God, I wish I love The Witcher, but if it were just like 5 hours, that'd be perfect.
There is so much content in The Witcher. You could play that as a working person, you could play that for pretty much the rest of your life.
I'm 30 hours into it.
Oh my God, that's not enough time.
Yeah.
I heard there was thousands of hours of content.
There's like 100 hours or something. And they got like the DLC that's coming is going to add like another 20 hours.
Wow.
I'm like, oh, God.
I think, so you're finally at that point. You got to make sacrifices to game.
Yeah.
But now, see, that usually it's like you either have time and no money, or now you have money and no time. But
It's like, yeah,
No, I had no money and all the time, and now I have no money and no time.
yeah, so eventually that clears up, though. After you hustle for a while, then you'll get some money and no time, and then eventually...
Is it weird that I'm 30 and have never paid taxes?
Yeah, no, you know what?
It's more weird that you don't have a credit card, do you? Because you're going to get boned on trying to get any loans.
I got a debit card.
No, that's not
You
a
might
credit
want to
card.
open a small line of credit just to get
I mean,
credit one day.
I do have some. I don't know what my credit is, but I do have.
Okay, this conversation just went over the hill. As the young guy here, as the young.
Somebody actually asked me recently how old Joe was. I think it was Fatal Lock.
The thing is, I'm actually in spirit and in body, I'm actually older than both of you guys combined.
Yeah.
I have the body and spirit of a 60-year-old.
I have a body and mind of a 1600-year-old.
I'm still. I would say I'm about in sort of most body, except for sort of some internal spots. I'm probably like 25. But
your age, what's your mind age though? Your brain age.
The way I hear it, you always consider yourself like 25. Even when you're 87, you still feel like you're 25.
When I was 18, I was like, I'm 22. And then when I was 28, I'm like, I'm 22.
Yeah.
All the time.
You never really like even when you're super old and you know you're super old, you still don't feel super old because you're you and you're your own perspective and it's the only perspective you ever had.
Yeah, until we get some sort of ocular implant thing, it's gonna be sweet. I think I don't know. I'm still under 30, but I've always felt like I was 34 years. Like I aged from like 22 to 34.
Yeah.
And like that, there was like no change. I went from, I think my ages went as this: 0, 7, 14, and then I did like 22, and now 34.
I know. Since I've been about 27, I felt like I hit 30. Like just I mean, I just feel like I got out of touch, and I feel like because I have a lot of friends who are like significantly younger than me now because of improv. And
Good.
I'm like,
Take their youngness and use it. You
Yeah.
have to suck
It's
it
not
out
like
of
a
them.
vampire. You just
Yeah.
have to leech it out of them.
That's why companies get interns. They bring the interns in, they churn them through the process, and then they take all their
Suck their
ideas.
blood.
Yeah, suck the lifeblood out of the intern and then spit
Yeah.
them back out on the street
Nick,
or hire them.
when I see my friend Ryan tonight, I'm just gonna point at him and go, and just inhale his youth.
Just get real close to him and smell him real hard.
I was so pissed because like a couple of weeks
Fresh
ago,
meat.
I was hanging out with him I was hanging out with a couple of friends who were all like in their low 20s. One who just graduated from college, so he's like 21, and then one who's like 22, 23, something like that. And they were talking, and somebody made a reference to Space Jam. That scene where that little alien kid's like, "Don't bring me here anymore, all right?" And then like,
All right.
and then like
Thank
I was saying it with him, and then like the youngest amongst us, who was like 20, had no idea what we were talking about, and
Oh,
I was like, "Oh God, oh it's."
those things.
Even the 22-year-old remembers, "Don't bring me here anymore, all right?"
I mean, but like, if you don't know what Space Jam is, I mean, come on.
It's the most garbage movie. Like, it's a movie that, it's not that it's so bad, it's just like, how the fuck did that get made? Like, who thought this was a good idea? What were the channels it went through? Why
Michael
did it end up
Jordan.
like that?
It was probably some guy who always like thought about Bugs Bunny as a female bunny or Babs Bunny and wanted to be like, if we can make her of age so that I could have dreams about screwing her, that let's make a movie about that.
They did sort of like create a lot of furries. I mean, not for
Oh
good or
wow,
bad.
yeah. I didn't even
Kinda-
think of that. That's the gateway drug
Yeah,
to furries.
that was like gateway drugs, because suddenly they're like, hey, remember when Bugs Bunny dresses up as a woman and it's funny because Elmer Fudd falls for it? Well, now now you're Elmer Fudd.
Now
You wanna fuck this bunny.
a woman. Here's a rabbit with human woman breasts
Yeah.
and butt with a tail. Enjoy. I tell me that doesn't confuse somebody growing up.
No, I think it confused everybody.
I was like, whoa! I thought having a crush on Gadget from the Rescue Rangers was weird.
Yeah.
What? I totally didn't. That's weird.
If you
Don't do
didn't, you
that.
had a problem. I can't even. I got invited to a furry convention over Facebook, and I took a second and I'm like, okay, let me just look at it and see where it's at and what's it about. It's actually in Boston, Ike, so it's closer to your
Coming
neck
out
of
this
the
way
woods.
down furry.
What?
What?
Huh? Furry say
That
what?
was weird. I
Furry
don't-
say what? So yeah, like I looked it over. I'm like, I just can't. I want to understand it. I really want to understand where you're coming from, but just not doing it for me. This is. I had to say
Yeah,
no.
but I mean, what? Are you not one of those guys who wants to have sex with his car, like that guy in Strange Addiction?
Well, no, that totally makes a lot of sense. You know, like there's holes.
That's not
and-
weird. Like having
Yeah.
sex with an anthropomorphic animal that still kind of has the shape of a human is fucked up. But having sex with just a purely inanimate motor vehicle, that's totally normal.
That makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
not
know.
like those weird fuckers who
There's
want to have
tons
sex
of
with
people
things
who
that
do it.
look that are sexualized in all the ways that humans are sexualized.
Yeah.
No, but this car, which is shaped like a box with wheels, nothing's wrong with that.
See, I could tell that Eric doesn't understand. You know, he just does box with wheels. He just.
I've never
doesn't-
been a car guy.
Shh, be quiet. He doesn't understand you. Don't let him. I got to cover my car's ears.
Yeah.
So anyway, do we have any emails? I think we had one this week sent
we
to
did.
our email inbox, justcoolenough, at justcoolenough. It is theshow@justcoolenough.com. That's the email if you want to send us a email. That's the address if you want to send us an email. And I know how to speak real good.
I think that we should make a stinger for our channel. Wait, no, we already did that. We didn't include me. All
Yeah,
right,
we
so
did. Yeah, we did.
no, I wasn't in it.
Yeah,
Just
you
and
are.
Eric. No,
There
I
is a
did.
stinger.
That's not really me. I know there is.
There's one.
Just-
It's an intro. You search "Just Cool Enough" promo on YouTube, and you're in it. It goes like this. Eric's like, I'm like, hey guys, you want to make an intro? And Eric's like, meh. And then you're like, yeah. And then I'm like, never mind. And then that's the intro. When people come into our YouTube channel, that's the first thing they see.
I think you just made it up.
I could have dreamt it. Anyway,
right,
what's our email for this week?
This is from Hot Ash or Hatash or okay, it's Hot Ash as he helped me with his PS. Hot Ash says, "Hey guys, so I took a small study break this morning, like any normal person, and I went to see what was happening on Reddit. When I got to my front page, I was shocked to find someone else who's not Eric using the 1-2 punch, and the news article titled." Researchers have discovered that rabbit virus can deliver a 1-2 punch, killing some kind of cancer cells while eliminating a common and dangerous complication of bone marrow.
I'm just saying, the 1-2 punch has a lot of definitions just because it's used. It's just that when a woman compliments a physical attribute of yours, such as your eyebrows or you, I don't know, your pecs or your calves or something like that, and you whip out your dick, then she's totally into it. But it has to be a physical. It can't be like, oh, you dress really nice. But if it's like, wow, your eyes look really great, or you have great eyebrows, or something like that, then whip your dick out because she's totally into it.
He goes on to say, well, it's good to see advances being made in cancer research. This is not what the 1-2 punch was designed for.
Nobody. All I've ever said is that when she compliments you, whip your dick out. I didn't say it wouldn't cure cancer. We don't know. We haven't done the research, honestly.
Somebody has, though, apparently. Well, it's good to see that. All right. So with that, with Steam sales just around the corner, rumors say June 11th, and Fallout 4 being announced, I finally plan to pick up Fallout 3 New Vegas and Witcher 2/3 and finally play all of them. Any games that you're looking forward to in this 2015? Keep up the, I want to say good, but I don't think it really suits work. Cheers, Hot Ash. And then he says, P.S. It's pronounced Hot Ash, so you guys always get confused.
I love when we can actually help a long-term listener by pronouncing their name correctly.
I'm looking forward to, Batman, because it's back to Rocksteady doing it, so I'm excited to see how that turns out. Also, Metal Gear Solid 5. But besides that, I can't really think of anything. What I am excited for is hopefully during the Steam sale, Wolfenstein goes on sale, because everyone keeps telling me Wolfenstein is actually really good, like the new Wolfenstein and New Order. I'm like, oh, I gotta pick that up when it goes on sale, because I hear a lot of really great things about Wolfenstein New Order.
I don't really have, that's the thing right now. I'm in a library backlog on my Steam, and I picked up Guild Wars, still haven't played through that. I have Project Cars now, and then since my other brother has a computer, we've been playing a lot more FPSs. So I picked back up on Heroes and Generals, that game that we played together. Man, I like that game a lot. But nothing I'm really looking forward to. I will keep an eye out for The Witcher 3. And I did just pick up Prison Architect, because there was that story where the two guys escaped from that maximum security prison. I'm like, oh, man.
You want to be ready for when you get caught?
Prison Architect it's a fun game. I haven't played it in a while. I'm not sure if because it's still in early access, or at least it was.
Right.
I don't know how it's changed since.
Yeah, it looked good enough for me to purchase and feel comfortable about it, even though it was in early access.
Yeah, even for early access, from what I was playing, was still really solid of a game. I don't know how much has changed since I last.
But it was
played
funny.
it.
I saw that story where, upstate New York or whatever, two guys broke out of a maximum. Two killers broke out of a maximum security prison.
Two men who were in prison for torturing, murdering, and dismemberment convinced a lady who worked at the prison to let them out because one of them had a really big dick,
that's what it sounded like.
Yeah, like she was really impressed with his giant dick, so she helped them break out of prison or something.
Wait, that's the story you heard?
Yeah.
No, seriously, the lady. I don't know. This is all hearsay.
But did you not see the giant tunnel they dug underneath?
I know, that's the impressive. They fucking Shawshanked that stuff. They went full on
Next time
Shawshank.
through 4 full miles of ungodly waste that I won't speak of, and came out clean on the other side.
They Shawshanked out of the room through metal wall and scale. They went into a steam pipe. Like if that was not a pipe that was bringing steam air in if they would have opened that up, they could
They
have
had
scalded
very
their
nice
face.
skin after they got
Oh
out.
my, yeah, they were very. That's why nobody recognized them because they.
They look 10 years younger.
We should tell the police and help them be found.
Hey, I think those are the prisoners. No, their suits are far too steam cleaned. Look how
They look way-
How pressed they are.
Yeah.
That was their secret. That's exactly what they did. They rolled out and. Man, but what if you were in those neighborhoods over there, like by the prison? I don't know. I guess you wouldn't really have to be too scared
Yeah, but
by now.
apparently
'cause-
they're headed to Vermont. They were cited
How,
walking.
how do you guys have so much information?
That's
on
what they
It's called
want
the
you to think.
news.
What they are actually doing is going to Zihuatanejo.
What is Z1 Neho?
Zihuatanejo. It's the place in Mexico that they go to at the end of Shawshank Redemption.
God damn
Andy
it!
Dufresne tells Morgan Freeman's character, who nobody remembers the name of because it's Morgan Freeman, to
played as
meet him at
himself.
Zihuatanejo.
Oh crap! I forgot all my Shawshank. I wasn't ready for it. I'm sorry. I thought you were I thought that was a planet in Space Jam.
No. Speaking
Oh.
of planets, though, I finally read through Planet Hulk. Oh my God, that's good. If you haven't had a chance to read through Planet Hulk and then World War Hulk, it's
Actually, I've been reading through this book recently. There's lots of fascinating
Player's
stuff.
Handbook. Oh come on.
yeah. I've been reading up because I'm trying to come up with a backstory for my new Mousefolk monk named Odd Colin.
I think you need to write your next NaNoWriMo on the Odd Colin.
I'm kind of come up with a backstory. I wrote down a little bit and posted it just so it's there, but I have more in my head that I'm like his backstory, and I think I'm gonna keep a lot of it in my head.
Well, see, there was this evil dwarf with all this kind of really cool armor on. He accidentally spilled this green, we'll call it Gudajin, everywhere, and then Odd Colin was rolling around in it.
Well, Odd Colin was in the sewers where he spent his life watching his master perform martial arts and mimicking his movements, and then he was hidden by this Udajin, and he also found a bunch of box turtles, and he trained them as his sons. And when they became teenagers, they fought crime in Zuzork City.
Backstory finished.
Yeah. I wasn't
That's
thinking
incredible.
I should just see. Now I had this other backstory, but now he's just Splinter. Now I just want to make him Splinter.
But the box turtles never grew up, and he's a little bit delusional.
Yeah, he's not there yet. He's got now he's in his pack is going to be 4 box turtles.
I'm gonna ask you if I can make a box turtle race.
I want to roll to see if there's any box turtles in the area.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna roll a bot. Well, I mean, I'm playing a rogue, so I could just say he has 2 sides and go box turtle.
I have no idea what you said, but I'll laugh anyway. So that was the email for this week. If you want to send an email to the show, again, our email address is theshow@justcoolenough.com. And remember, thank you all the supporters for Just Cool Enough. We actually get donations once in a while. They do that by going over to justcoolenough.com and hitting the donate button. And I'm hatching a plan. I haven't told Eric and Ike yet, but I'm hatching a plan to use all of our money on something that'll be
His
worthwhile.
plans always involve me doing things. and I
It
hate
does.
doing
You're going to
things.
be using some of your time.
Ugh.
Anyway, Ike, what games are you looking for in this year's summer Steam sale?
I'm not really a summer Steam type person. I'm more looking forward to.
He's
like,
more of I play free-to-play games and waste all my money.
That's right. Yeah.
I play
I'm looking for,
games and blow all my money on Blizzard games.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still waiting for.
What are you playing right now?
What do you mean?
God damn it, Ike! I tell you,
I've been
the
playing
show.
since we began the show. Since before we began the show.
I know. I thought you were gonna get off, but you know, you just
I could have. I had multiple chances to, but I wanted to make. This
I'm
is
gonna
Eric's.
route
It's
into
his birthday.
Ike's computer.
It's Eric's birthday. I
Sure.
didn't want to. I wanted to give him as much time to talk this
What,
week.
Eric? What did you do for your birthday?
I did nothing. I stayed home. I read this new book that I got. I played a little more Witcher, and I basically did nothing and actively avoided doing things. A friend invited me to go see a screening of The Room with Tommy Wiseau, and I was like, that sounds
Who's
super
Tommy Wiseau?
sad. The guy who fuck you. I'm not gonna answer that. Fuck you.
Fine, I'll Google it.
I was like, it sounds depressing. Like everybody I've talked to who told me about going to a screening with him always says it's super depressing, and it turns out it was super depressing.
Oh yeah, he's the director of The Room.
He's so much more than that.
Yeah, he did some homeless movie about Americans or something. I watched that.
Apparently, he went on a tirade about how he's an American, and anyone who says he's not is just bullshit.
I don't know. I think he was imported to Hawaii. I want to see the birth papers.
Well, it's funny. Like a friend of mine, his girlfriend, apparently went to that. We were talking about it, and she'd never seen The Room or something, and she's like, "He is an alien, right? Like he's not human." I was like, "Oh, it's so weird." Like because everything about him is wrong in so many ways. Like
I don't understand. You have to explain the backstory. I have no idea what you're talking about.
yeah. I cannot do that. I'm sorry. But apparently, while they were waiting in line, he walked up to my friend's girlfriend's friend and asked her to
Pinched
jump
her
up.
butt a little bit.
Asked her to jump up and down for him.
Whoa! Okay, I was just like, hey,
And
misogyny.
did she oblige?
No, she was like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Good on her. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
What do you do after that? Like,
don't
I mean, how are you supposed to take that?
I don't know.
Bent over?
No. I mean,
That's
like,
the wrong answer.
if somebody's just outrageous to you, like, how do you hit them? Like, if somebody walked up to you and be like, "Get out of my way, you piece of shit," like, do you even acknowledge that? I don't know. I feel like there's so many times where it's like, I wish I had a better comeback for what this person just said. Okay, I'm in a restaurant and I heard this conversation. I thought it was straight out of Grand Theft Auto 5. They were talking about kitty yoga, right? So I assumed, okay, they're talking about child yoga. And then she continued to talk about doggy yoga. I was like, okay, that doesn't make sense. What's going on here? Apparently, I didn't even Google this, but I just thought it was ridiculous that I overheard somebody setting up times for her kitty and doggy yoga classes, and I thought, I'm like, did I just fall into San Francisco? What the hell is this?
Oh, they gotta do yoga too. It's important that
how are you supposed to make a dog do yoga?
you hold it and you help it get in the right position.
You know what? I can visualize a dog doing yoga, kind of, but a cat, that I just don't get. Cat yoga. I'm searching it up right now. I meant to do this important research before the show. But I guess it's. I don't know, there's yoga with cats and dogs. Maybe that's what they were talking about.
Well, it's like that baby yoga where the woman flips over the baby and is flipping around and doing shit to it. And
ugh.
You see, I live in Los Angeles, so I mean, I've not personally experienced animal yoga of any kind, but that doesn't surprise me. What I really thought when you said that was, shit, I know 6 people who have sketches about that shit, and now it's just real. It's not ridiculous enough anymore.
No, it's happening in real life, and it's somewhere in Michigan, around the Ann Arbor area. That doesn't surprise me. But, so that's happening. You can still make a sketch about it, though.
Nah.
I mean, if somebody pays $8 for a piece of toast over there, they'll believe a sketch about kitty yoga. So actually, one of the topics I did want to cover though was, I've been stressing out about stuff lately, and I started adopting different strategies to deal with stress. And I was wondering, do you guys have a go-to method of dealing with stress in your life?
Well, I don't really get stressed that much because
he doesn't have anything to get stressed over.
Yeah,
come on. Everybody has their own
response.
kinds of stress that they got to deal with.
Well, fine. Let me fucking answer. I have no responsibilities and don't no jobs or anything, so I don't get stressed about that kind of shit. And I've adopted a very laid back, well, I have no control over this, so why the fuck worry about it kind of attitude with my life. So
you're just kind of I'm just gonna live it here.
It's there's nothing I can do about it, so why even bother thinking about it?
How do you deal with stressful situations in your life?
I like to actually, on a rare occasion, I will like go out on the front porch where it's nice and cool, and I will just
Yell
meditate.
at children.
Just
Yeah.
masturbate all over the.
I will masturbate off the corner of the porch.
No, you just go out there with a rake and yell at the kids to stop.
Shut up,
skateboarding.
my non-existent lawn.
Even if
Yeah.
there's no children, just
Get in your stop your skateboarding.
your rap music and your gyrating hips. Get out of here.
Back in my day, we respected our elders. And then your grandpa's like, no, you didn't. And you're like, shut the fuck up, grandpa. I wish you were dead so I could own this house.
Die in a cave, Grandpa.
Yeah.
Get fucked in a cave, Grandpa. That's it. There you go. I was working.
Get
for
fucked
that.
in a cave, grandpa. Bye.
Jeez, man, that is some harsh language. That is not very
Bye.
good.
Yeah, it really punctuates it.
It really does. I don't like it, but I love
Don't
it.
bring me in here anymore, all right?
A rake.
Bye.
Oh, jeez. When was the last time we did a movie commentary?
I can probably find that out very
to
quickly.
Jurassic Park because it just seems appropriate since it's all over television right now.
I mean, we could.
Yeah, I mean, do we have like a streaming version of that somewhere?
I
We did
don't know.
Congo. We did Congo, which is arguably better than Jurassic Park in no ways.
I mean, Jurassic Park has a distinct lack of robotic monkey hands.
Yeah. I mean, I have it on Blu-ray, so I could just watch it, but it's like there's no like Netflix version we could queue up, so you guys would probably have to get it.
Yeah, that's a bad one. Man, we gotta do another one of those. I like them. I did find out that Bill Nye the Science Guy was on Netflix.
Netflix, yeah.
Oh my gosh. I was so excited. I immediately turned it on and watched like the first 6 episodes and
And then you're like, oh, this isn't 4-3. Fuck this.
no, you know what? I can survive if it's Bill Nye, but it was weird watching this stuff and seeing like he's so ahead of his time explaining this stuff and doing the science real good and captivating young minds with the crappy attention span that we had back then. Now it's like expanded out. The show actually just really translates well because the science is sound, it's simple stuff, and it's for short attention spans. It's like every one of his episodes can be like 16 YouTube shorts. You know, like that's how he should re-release the whole series
As
of
you do
YouTube
shorts.
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
I tell you what though, I wasn't listening to any of that. There's no Jurassic Park on Netflix, but I'll tell you what there is. Godzilla.
Oh!
The 1998
Yeah.
one.
With Mr.
Oh.
French and Ferris Bueller?
Yeah.
All right, we're doing it.
That or National Treasure. That would be a good one as well.
No, I want to do Godzilla because
All right.
I hadn't seen it in so long.
That's a terrible, terrible one. I saw the new Godzilla because it was on HBO. I was like, sweet, I'll check it out. I'm like, comparative to the old one, so much better. It's
Still not good. It's
not good, but it's better than the old fucking
I'll tell you,
version.
the 3 things I like about the Godzilla movie are
Matthew Broderick.
Godzilla, Ken Watanabe, and the guy who plays Walter White, whose name escapes me at the moment. And the 3 things that I don't like about it are that basically there is no Godzilla, Ken Watanabe, or fucking Walter White in the goddamn movie. Like the 3 good parts of the movie, and they're all 3 barely in it. It's mostly the guy from Kick-Ass.
Kick Punch.
Yeah.
Well, I want to watch Godzilla 1998.
Well, and they had the woman, the man and the woman who played what was it from the Avengers recently?
Yeah. Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. That's the
Yeah.
problem. It focuses on them, and nobody gives a shit. We want to see fucking Ken Watanabe or fucking Godzilla or fucking Walter White, and then
Ken Watanabe. What a name to say.
it's fucking us. So yeah, look forward to our next movie commentary of Godzilla, the 1998 Roland Emmerich, Matthew Broderick vehicle. That has more Godzilla than fucking the new Godzilla movie does. At least it's got that going for it.
It has the
it's
dad from
basic-
Clueless.
It basically is a Jurassic Park movie because Godzilla is a Tyrannosaurus, and they basically the second half of the movie or the last act of the movie is just the raptor scene from Jurassic Park.
Oh my god. Shit,
Yeah.
it totally is. We should.
It's just the raptors in the kitchen scene for 30 minutes.
Man, that's a good scene though.
Yeah. It just, instead of raptors, it's baby Godzillas, and
Which
instead of a kitchen,
basi-
it's Madison Square Garden.
For all argument's sake, they're basically raptors.
Yeah, they're basically raptors.
Okay. Now we have an angle to play with this thing.
Yeah.
It's the GoBots argument. It's like,
Yeah.
Transformers to GoBots.
Yeah, Godzilla is the GoBot of the movie franchises right now. So yeah, we will get that going.
That's
soon.
great. What are you guys doing Sunday?
I was supposed to go hang out with a friend, but she actually can't hang out, so I'm totally free.
I got class from 11 to 2, and then I've got a show later that night.
So that means
He
no.
lies. He has no class.
No, I see. I know he has a show. He invited us to it.
Sunday is not great. Saturday is better for me.
I
Friday.
can't. Oh my gosh! I have a family reunion all Saturday. This is gonna be crazy. I haven't seen anybody in this side of the family for a really long time, and I'm actually oddly excited to go to a family reunion. That's why I say I'm 60 years old. So we'll have to pick
Friday?
a date.
You guys got Friday?
No, I have a grad party on Friday. I gotta go to.
You guys.
I'm sorry, man.
No, fuck you.
You know what? You're the one that just started being busy. I was expecting your entire life just to sit and do things that you wanted to do, but now you're just doing a bunch of stuff for you. Sorry, sometimes I mean to say me.
Yeah, that didn't make any fucking sense, but nothing you ever says does.
Wait, what? What was that last sentence you just said?
Bye!
Oh, man. All right, well, now, wait, when was the last time you guys did a family reunion?
Mine was 3 weeks ago.
What did you do there?
Absolutely nothing, because it's my dad's side of the family and I know nobody.
Well,
I
that's the thing.
actually met my oldest sister for the first time.
What? Did you... And?
It was everything I expected.
Was she hot? I'm asking you, was she hot?
Dude, even if she wasn't my stepsister, she's
She's
his
his stepsister, and she's older than him, which
she's gonna be probably her 50s.
What?
55.
Okay, that's ageist and sexist.
I'm just saying, it looks like she fell out of the ugly tree. And hit every
goddamn.
fucking branch on the way down.
Holy shit!
Um,
Holy shit! That is not what I expected you to say.
She, I didn't get my dashing good looks from my dad's side of the family. That's for damn sure. She's a raging alcoholic who, up until recently, lived out in a park in New Hampshire, because she didn't have any money from the fact that she's been spending it all on booze.
Can I just ask one question? Did you get them digits?
Oh yeah! So, so you didn't like your older sister? That was the first time you met.
It's not that I didn't like her. I mean,
well, no, okay. So this was the first time you met your older sister since
older
forever.
no, period.
You've never
It's
seen
not
her
the first
before.
time I've seen her. It's not like, oh man, it's been 10 years. No, I've never
Why? Okay,
ever met this person.
you know what's really sad? My first.
Joe, sometimes families don't stay together out of fear of God's wrath. And sometimes families break apart for reasons of parents not getting along.
Okay, thanks for getting it out of the way. Okay, so this is my first question. Why wouldn't you bring this up on the show weeks ago? Because I just feel like was it like twins? Like you knew each other's thoughts? Was it the same like that?
No. I mean, there are twins. Two of my other sisters are twins.
Wait, you have twins too?
My dad had 5 other children before he got
Did you
married
meet
my
the
mom.
twins before?
I have met them. I met them when I was young, but didn't remember them, and then I met them again for again for the first time about 2 years ago.
Were they able to read your
curious.
thoughts?
No.
How many sets of your siblings come from different couplings with your dad? Is it just...
It's just my dad and one woman had 5 kids, and then my dad and my mom had me.
Okay.
So it is a bit bizarre in the sense that but none of my other siblings on my dad's side of the family are anybody that I would normally have anything to do with, I guess, if I just ran into them.
But what do you do at a
I
family
don't think
reunion?
my sister's gonna find out about this, so I'm gonna go ahead and totally say this. But like one of the sisters, I went over to her house. She lives behind a pizza store,
She lives
and
behind a pizza.
like a homemade mom and pop pizza store. And like after being in her house for a short period of time, I was kind of like I couldn't help but when I walked out, like scratching everywhere. Like I felt I was covered in fleas,
God,
and it was not a pleasant experience.
That's kind of nuts, man.
So during a family reunion,
She's gonna be so pissed she's never gonna want to talk to you again.
probably right. That's her. That's what
God damn it! I like that joke cut so deep. Even Eric had this just malicious smile. It's like he ate the joke after he just bleh, and then ate the joke right back up. Oh my gosh! I've never seen you do that before, Eric.
Cynicism feeds me.
That
That's what
was
I'm saying.
amazing. You're a terrible person, but
I
liked
am,
it.
and not enough people realize it. People think I'm nice. I have a nice demeanor, which I
never believed that either.
Occasionally, the facade cracks a little, and people see, but then it covers up so quickly they assume they saw wrong.
See, and that's it. Like, I know you're a dick, and I find that endearing because I'm also of the same kind of thing. So,
a dick.
no, I mean like yeah, kind. No, I don't
from
know.
the same dick family tree.
Yeah, the dick tree. The dick tree. We all came from the dick tree. I guess that's kind of profound, right? Like, I just
So to answer your question, what did I do? Well, the last family reunion, when I went to my father's side, because my mom's side meets for most holidays, I sat at the last family reunion only really knowing my cousin who lives on the Cape, and I really like my cousin who lives on the Cape, so it was just me talking to her the whole time, and then not interacting with anyone. And then this time around, it was me talking with my girlfriend and my cousin and not interacting with anyone.
Did Amanda go to this family reunion?
She went to this one. The last one was really awkward because I didn't have anybody. My parents were down in North Carolina. My girlfriend couldn't make it, so I went by myself. But this one, at least my parents were able to make it, and my girlfriend went. And it's really awkward because my father's ex-wife has like Alzheimer's, but for some reason she feels like I'm her other son. She's like, you should call me sometime. Like, we'll hang out. And I'm like,
Yeah,
This
I
one
don't
has
know.
like probably less teeth than she has eyeballs, but that's most of my dad's kids had that way.
Wow, man, that's crazy.
They smile, it's like just gaps.
I have I have some family that was out in Ohio, which is like America's parking lot. It's just
Ohio.
Ohio. But yeah, so and we went to a family reunion there, and I was really surprised to meet some of my family. And realized I'm like, wow, these people are from real inland America. Like, this is not like I am very much a city boy compared to all these people. And then I think
Well, I'm sorry, we don't come from no fancy Detroit city where the streets are paved with gold and everyone's got jobs.
all their newspapers are from the 60s and 50s, so they just don't know any better. They're not even like trying to be facetious or anything.
Oh, I'm sorry, we don't come from the capital of industry in America like you do.
Oh man! But the other, I want to go
what do you
to
do?
I want to go to a family reunion for my like great uncle because he.
What's so great about him?
Oh.
Well, I'll tell you, because he lived in Argentina for a few years, and it was
Was he a Nazi?
I don't know. All right, this is what I'm getting at. I was like, I really got to watch that last Nazi movie on Netflix. That could be one of my like distant relatives or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just, but yeah, apparently, legend has it that I have a whole other family with doppelgangers of all of us in Argentina somewhere. So Pepe, if you're out there, I'm here. Come find me. You just have to make it to Detroit. If you could survive in Argentina, you can survive here. I promise. Ven conmigo.
Just Jose Cariotti down there.
It is. There, it's. He pronounces it Cariotti though. I'm
Don Quixote.
Don Quixote. Eric, what's your family reunions like? Anything good, bad, ugly?
Nothing. I mean, when my grandmother on my dad's side was alive, we used to go over to like her place every once in a while, like Christmas and stuff like that. But after she passed, we didn't really do much. My mom's side I didn't really know until my parents got divorced, and they just like a couple of aunts every now and again would get to, like two of my aunts lived together, so that's and occasionally people would show up, but nothing big. The biggest, I mean, the biggest I can remember in recent memories before I moved to Los Angeles. Me, my sister, and my dad went to my uncle's house, and it was us, my uncle, and his wife and kids, and then another aunt who lives in like Georgia or something, who flew in with her kids. So not a super huge reunion, but it never huge gatherings of like super extended family.
That's what this thing is. It's really crazy. I don't think I've never been to anything like this before. They rented out a hall. There's going to be catered food and music, and
the only time I can remember like a hall being rented out was my great grandfather's 90th birthday.
Well, he just invited. He's like, "This is it. I turned 90.
Yeah,
everyone come see me now."
It was this big thing. There was like I remember we went to this place. I was real young, so I don't remember all the details. But there was like a hall, and there was food, and it was like during the day, at night, or whatever.
Time of day is very. It was during the day night.
I mean, it was like after school, but not nighttime yet.
That's because that's when they got the best deal at the buffet, or whatever. I don't know, whatever old people like to do. I need to summon my inner old people. Yeah, I would have my 90th family reunion at at like a steak buffet place. That was great. Anyway, I don't know. I think that's about it. We kind of beat up each other pretty good. I'd say we were pretty hostile. I think it's almost time to say
we'd stop
bye.
smacking each other around and start plugging each other.
All right.
My plug for this week, I couldn't really think of anything else, so I'm just going to plug the trailer for the new Matt Damon film, The Martian. I'm actually really excited for this movie. I read the book. I really like the book, and the trailer for the movie looks like it's following very closely with what the book's going to be. If you don't know the story, it explains in the trailer, but basically it's like there's this mission to Mars, and shit gets fucked up, and they all leave, but one guy gets left behind.
Yeah.
And he's kind of has to like survive on Mars alone in a habitat not designed to last as long as it needs to last. And it's really interesting because like one of the things in the book that I don't know how well they're going to visit in the film, but it's kind of like Apollo 13 in that it's the third mission to Mars, so nobody gives a shit anymore. The same with like Apollo 13. Nobody gave a shit about Apollo 13 until the fucking capsule exploded and they were in danger of dying. Then people gave a shit. And it's the same thing here. Like nobody gave a shit about the mission until a guy got left behind.
So, I actually would really like to read that. It sounds pretty interesting.
The book's really good. Like the guy did a lot of research on like Mars. I think he's a scientist of some description or a physicist or something. It's like really accurate into like what it would be like on Mars and stuff like that. And
speaking from experience, of course.
Yeah.
My plug for this week is my obligatory Shout Engine plug. Start your own podcast on Shout Engine for free for most people. You can probably get a free podcast going and get like 6,000 downloads a month for free. And if you grow bigger than that, I'll be very jealous. And you can also pay us for that. But my real plug for this is G2A.com. It's a discount gaming site that has a whole bunch of good sales. I used a code where I paid $5 to get 10 Steam keys, and I ended up getting about $24.90 worth of games that I would play, and the rest were kind of just crapware for me. But I'm sure somebody else might fare better. But if you want to kind of play the Steam lottery, you could buy these random Steam keys. But that's not the only thing. They have lots of deals. Like right now, Counter-Strike Global Offensive is $10, and
that's cool and all. But that's why I suggested a while ago the website isthereanydeal.com, where they take an aggregate of all these websites and they tell you, like, if you type in The Witcher 3 into this, it will tell you where you can find The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt at its cheapest right now.
All right, fine. All right, my new plug is thereanydeal.com.
Except I don't see G2A I think GTA might have been G to play. I've used them before, and they're different. But I don't know. Yeah, so.
But yeah, anyway, I had a good experience. You got to watch out because some things are region locked, so just make sure you're buying the right stuff. But right now, you can buy The Witcher for $24.49 in euro. So that's like $25 in the U.S. because the euro and the dollar are really close right now. So it's kind of a good deal if you're an American or even a European using euros.
It's $29.93. If you scroll down just slightly, you could see how much.
I was in the middle of a plug. I wasn't focused on the conversion rate.
I'm just saying your plug's stupid, and you should feel bad about it. Bye.
That just stopped being cute right then.
Yeah.
You're grounded, mister. All right, Ike, what's your plug for this week?
My plug for this week is the website here in my name. They're at 99%. We got it with people's help. Hopefully, people checked it out last week. We got them from 98.9% to 99% in 1 week.
Oh man!
Which might be like, oh, not a whole lot of people went and looked at it, but it's actually it incrementally increases as it goes up, so it gets harder and harder to get the last percent. So I would say there are quite a few people who checked it out, and you need to keep doing it. Otherwise the communists win.
All right, I'm doing it right now.
And leave comments. Check out like music, play stuff, play with yourself. I don't know, anything really.
Yeah, just leave the website open and play with yourself for a bit.
Yeah, it'll go up.
It will go up, but not the percentage. Damn it. All right, cool. Very cool.
Anyways,
I want to help. I want to help these guys because they're so close, man.
yeah, and maybe we can. But until then, thank you guys so much for listening. You can always follow me on Twitter. I'm at Duncor, Duncor.
You can always review us on iTunes. Those ratings actually help a lot. Give us a rating and a review on iTunes. It would be much appreciated. And as always, you can always donate to justcoolenough.com for the secret plan. More details to come, especially to Eric and Ike after the show. And you can follow me on Twitter at Speedia40. Look for pictures of dirty restaurants.
You can follow me at Railvis on Instagram. No, I mean on Twitter, although I don't use it. But you can tweet at me. I will respond. You can also follow me on Instagram at Ike_Dodge. Especially with school ending, I will be out taking a lot more pictures. And the nice guy on the Cape that I made friends with as a professional photographer charges like $500 to do stuff with him. He's been letting me go for free, and apparently he's doing it again.
Oh, great.
So he's letting me come up.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. Check out the website, justcoolenough.com, and email the show at justcoolenough.com. But until next week, have a wonderful weekend, and fuck off. Bye!
Bye! We finally nailed it, guys. We finally did something together.